You buy a new English textbook all motivated, but you quit it after just 3 days. Or you're too tired to study after work. Or you downloaded an app and started a new app, but you used them for a couple of times and you quit. Sounds familiar to you? Don't worry, I've been there too. But what if I told you that there was a better way to keep up studying? In this video, I'm gonna talk about how to create the habit that you don't have to study without pressure. You will create the lifestyle where you're engaging with English naturally. Even if you're super busy, no more guilt, no more feeling stuck. Just real progress that keeps going. Before we get into it, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Eddie. I'm 100% Japanese. I started learning English when I was 20 years old. I didn't go to any English class when I was a child. I had never been abroad and I had never taken an entrance exam in my life. Since I was young, I've been playing baseball pretty much, and my life was all about baseball. I went to high school and university on baseball scholarship. I was not interested in English at all until I was 20 years old. I started at the bottom. I came from nothing. I think when I was 20 years old, your English was better than me, for sure. But now I can talk to people all over the world in English and I can make a lot of friends. I'm super grateful. I know myself. I started at the bottom. And everyone has opportunities and possibilities to be able to speak English at any age. I started it when I was 20 years old. And I just want to tell you guys that if you speak English and communicate with people from all over the world, you will get so much opportunities to experience new things, which is great, which is amazing. I literally feel like I'm so grateful and I'm glad that I speak English every day. Every single day, I feel like that because I can watch YouTube in English and I can read articles in English, and there's so many informations in English. English contains the most amount of information on website. Just spending the rest of my life speaking English is so useful and practical. I genuinely want to tell you that you can do it. I think it's enough, so let's get into it. As I told you before, I started studying English when I was 20 years old. It was the second year of college and I failed so much exams. I wasted so much time on the process of studying English. But my English level skyrocketed when I established a study consistent routine. That was a game changer. I didn't try to study English. I just naturally wanted to study English. It was like a part of my habit. That's what I want to share with you guys. I'm sharing the 7 habits that worked for me. And stick with me. These habits will change your English journey. And habit number 1, switch what you watch to English. We all watch social media, right? You're watching my YouTube channel, so you're watching YouTube, and the other time you probably watch TikTok or Instagram, so just switch the dub to English. Actually, it's very simple, and back then I really loved watching YouTube, so I started watching contents in English instead of Japanese. If it's hard for you to dub, you don't have to dub. You can switch the contents from Japanese to English. For example, like movie, you should watch English movie instead of a Japanese movie. But you might be thinking that if you switch the content suddenly, you will get stuck because you don't know how to understand English. You can't understand English. It's hard for me. What if I quit? What if I be stressful? You know, I feel you. But don't worry about it. I'm gonna share you the tips. Okay, here's the key. Watch the contents about the topics that you are already interested in. Don't think of studying English, okay? You just naturally getting the contents in your body. You know, just naturally, it's a habit, you know, you're enjoying watching it, okay? Just focus on your interests. So for example, here's what I watched on YouTube. So I'm really interested in traveling. So what I watched was about traveling vlogs. So back then, when I was 20 years old, I went to California, Los Angeles to study English. I went to English language school and I homestayed there for 2 months. I realized that I really want to learn the culture, American culture, or like other different culture other than Japanese culture, because I grew up in such a small city and what I did was pretty much about baseball. So I wanted to know what other countries are like and I just wanted to experience the new culture. So I was really interested in traveling stuff, like traveling vlogs. So I keep watching it, and when I was watching it, it was like not like studying. I'm just enjoying the content. What I experienced in the United States makes me feel like I want to travel all over the world in the future. So I just kept watching traveling contents and vlogs too. I wanted to know what the lifestyle in other countries like. So I just kept watching people blogging in America or in Europe, and I was really excited about moving out in the future. Like maybe I want to work in other countries, or like I want to get a job in other countries and I want to spend just 6 months there and I'm gonna move out to another country to live. Like that's kind of lifestyle. It's like a nomad style. I was really looking forward to it. So So I was watching vlog on YouTube too, and language learning videos. This is very useful and effective to you because they're English teacher and they speak English to the English learners, so their speaking speed is very slow and slower than native English speakers in general. So it's very useful. It's kind of easy for you to understand. So that's good for beginners. So I watch it a lot, yes. And then entertainment videos. I was obsessed with Hollywood stars. I was obsessed with singers. I was obsessed with American movies, like Hollywood movies, actors. I really liked Zac Efron, Ryan Gosling. I liked gossip. So I was just checking some gossip on YouTube channel. So there's a channel that talks about the gossip, like Hollywood gossip. I was watching it. It's very fun. When I was watching these videos, I was not stressed at all. I was just enjoying it. Of course, I can't understand what people are saying. You gradually get used to it. What you don't have to do is to use these contents as a studying method. It's not studying. It's just a habit. You're just switching the contents to the English. That's it. Nothing changed. Your interest doesn't change. Your curiosity doesn't change, you know? You're just enjoying the contents. I think we're spending so much time on watching contents. So if you switch the contents to English contents, you can spend so much time on actually engaging with English. You don't have to sit down and open the textbook. You can just watch contents. That's it. Let me tell you one thing. If you're struggling with studying English, I made an English roadmap that guides you to the fluent level from beginners. So you're gonna know how to study English, what's the most important things to study. I explained everything in the video. You can get it for free from down below and have it to switch what you listen to. This is kind of similar that I talked about it in habit 1, but what I did was that as soon as I woke up, I turned on my PC and streamed the YouTube. Yeah, that's what I did when I was 20 years old. So you basically listen to English all time when you're at home. So I always had English on in my room. It sounds like I was surrounded by English environment. It sounds like I'm in America, you know, because what I listen to is just English, not Japanese. So it sounds like I'm studying abroad, you know, I'm in different countries. What I want to tell you is that you don't have to make an excuse that you don't have money to go abroad, or you're not in financial situation that you can spend a lot of money on studying English. You don't need that. You can do it for free. You just create your own environment or your own style that you're surrounded by English and you're immersed into English. And honestly, I was kind of a bad student. When I was 20 years old, I was studying law. I was not studying English or international study or something like all. During the class, I was wearing earphones and I was listening to English podcasts. Yeah, and I can't tell my professors, but yeah, I did that. And most people say, I'm very busy. I don't have time to study English. I get that, but it's not just you. You have to stop making excuse about that. Everyone doesn't have time. And from now on, you're not gonna have time. You're not gonna have free time or much time to study English until you die. There's not gonna be a time that you're so completely free or you're not busy at all. You can do whatever you want. It's impossible. You have to create the habit, or you have to make your own style to adapt new English studying culture. But even if you're busy, your ears are free most of the time. Pretend when you are washing your cars, or when you are taking a bath, or when you are doing chores in house, or when you're cooking, your ears are free, right? You can hear English, you can listen to English, or TV or radio, whatever, podcast or whatever. You can listen to English and you can use your ears, right? So use that opportunities as much as you can. Even though you don't understand what they are saying, your brain is still processing the rhythm and pronunciation and intonation. So it's like a training. So don't think about it like a waste of time. Habit number 3, talk to yourself in English. This might sound really weird at first, but it's really, really effective. And you might be thinking that I don't know what to say in English. I don't know how to say anything in English. I can't make sentences. But don't worry. First, you have to care about, and what you have to do is that getting the habits of saying the English words whatever you see. For example, in my case, when I was 20 years old, I was working at the supermarket. I was doing the inventory and shelves. And at the point, I was whispering the words and sentences what I saw. And of course, I don't want anybody to hear me, so I was just whispering with the sound that nobody can hear me. For example, discount, 30% off, apples, bananas, frozen pizzas, something like that. just saying the simple words at first. And whenever I was alone, I was thinking about the things in my head in English. I was constantly talking to myself in English. For example, on my way home from college, I was talking to myself. I was whispering. While I was cooking, I was talking to myself in English. You just train your brain thinking in English. When you're kids, your brain is very soft and flexible. It can understand English so fast and it can adapt to the new culture. But when you're adults, your brain is kind of aging, so it's very hard for you to get English sense in your brain. You have to switch the language in your brain to English from Japanese. Once you get comfortable saying the words, try to say sentences. These eggs are 30% off. I want to buy them. Like this. So what I like about this habit is that you can do it at any time, anywhere. And plus, talking out loud helps your pronunciation really nice. Not just reading in your head, just speaking out loud. Habit number 4, look up words immediately. Whenever you don't understand the words or expressions, you look it up right away and write it down on a notebook. I know, some people find this annoying, but this is very important. I think having a notebook is kind of like old school. There's an app nowadays. You can use Memo or some apps to write some down. What you exactly do is write down some words on Memo or on apps and try to use them in daily. So when you talk to yourself, you use the words. This cycle is crucial for actually remembering new words, but just don't only write words or meanings. Write a sentence with using these words. You create your own sentences that you think you are right. Trust me. It helps to remember better. Habit number 5, search for information in English. For example, when you're looking up something on website or getting information on YouTube, try doing it in English. There's way more information available in English than Japanese. So you will discover tons of new things in English. And plus, it forces you to think about it in English and use English actually in your daily life. For example, if you are interested in cooking, try searching for recipes in English on website. If you want to know how to take great photos on a smartphone, search in English on website or social media. The first learners always do this method. And if you want to improve your English skills faster, this is the best method. Habit number 6, try to chat with people in English. To be honest, this was the game changer for me. You find a language partner that you can speak to or you can text with. And these days, there is a bunch of apps that you can make friends. Try using these apps and you try to communicate with people. I'm not a level where I can talk to people in English, but don't worry about it. If you're uncomfortable to talk to people in English, you can start off with messaging. If it's message, you can have a lot of time to think about what you're gonna say. And the best thing about texting is that you can notice so many things that you've never learned from textbook. So you can feel the sense of what native English speakers use these words. The 5 sentences that you create on messaging is so much better than learning 5 sentences from textbook. You learn how to use words and expressions on real life. And texting is a low pressure to practice your English. Just start off with messaging and don't worry about making mistakes. Just do it. It's just a communication. It happens. Habit number 7, make time to talk with foreigners. This might be a little bit exception, but this is very, very important. So me studying English at the beginning, I was in law major, so I didn't really have the environment that I can talk to people in English. So every single day during the lunch break, I went to the international study buildings. There's an event called Free Talk that you can talk to international students and having lunch with them. That was like 45 minutes. I tried to go there every single day and try to practice English. If you don't have access to foreigners in Japan, there are many online options like language exchange video calls or group conversation lessons or online gaming with international people or virtual meetups, right? There are so many ways. You can study English by yourself and you can improve your English skills by yourself. Having a conversation in person is a little bit of different because just talking speed and just the vibe, just the sense of you're talking with foreigners. Talking to foreign people in English is way different from talking with Japanese. It's like just the conversation speed and how to react. It's just different. It's better to get used to it in the beginning. Yeah. So maybe once a week, you're gonna have time to talk with people. And bonus tip, this is something that I wish I could do that. I wish I did record my videos at the beginning when I started studying English, but I didn't. I didn't take any videos. I can't actually tell my English is getting better or not. And if you recorded yourself speaking English at the beginning, it's very easy to compare with your past videos and nowadays. you know. So I genuinely recommend you to record yourself speaking English at the beginning. You can look it back maybe 3 months later if your English is getting better or not. And that's it for today. I want to tell you, if you are struggling with studying English, I made an English roadmap that takes you to the fluent level from zero start. And this is for adults. If you're busy for work and you don't have time to study English, don't worry about it. I can give you tips how to study English with little time. So in the video, I'm explaining how to study English, what's the most important things to study English, and there's everything you need. And you can get it for free from down below. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and give me a like. I'll see you in the next video.